What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and today we are checking out the EMAX Babyhawk R Pro. It is the 120mm 2.5 inch FPV Racer. Here I have the bind and fly version with the D8 FrSky receiver. It comes in at a price of about $159. It is also available in the PNP version as well. This is kind of an upgrade to the original Babyhawk R, which came in the 2-inch as well as the 3-inch models, and you could actually change the 2-inch models with a do-it-yourself 2.5-inch arm kit, but this one is filling that void here. It is a unibody construction. However, it is a X-frame design, and we have the plastic canopy that flips over just like the previous versions, like the Babyhawk R2 and the 3. So what you do is unscrew that standoff screw from the bottom. In the back, there's one screw holding on to the canopy in the back, and unloosen the 2 screws that is holding on to the FPV camera, and the whole canopy will flip over and you can access the internals here. We got some exactly the same type of motors, but this one does say RS1106 2s. So this is a version 2 of the same motors that came with the original Babyhawk R quadcopter. So it is the 6000 kV motors by EMAX, and it is sporting just 3 screws per motor, but the frame itself that holds on to the motors do have enough space. I'm not sure what is the deal with just 3 screws versus 4 screws. Does it really help to eliminate 1 screw? I'm just wondering. Yeah, and it is sporting the new props. These are the new EMAX Avon Rush Props. It is a 2.5-inch prop with a 1.9-inch pitch. So these are upgraded version to the EMAX Avon props that came with the original version. Okay, so let's go on to the center of the quadcopter here so we can see what's going on. These are all upgraded as well from the original Babyhawk R. The ESCs are the 4-in-1 BLHeli S 20 amp ESCs, and the flight controller is the F405 Maytech Hex F4 flight controller with OSD, and it also has 5 open UARTs and is pre-flashed on this one that I got with Betaflight firmware 3.3.2. There's a VTX right above that stack, and it's got that single button right here to change the channels, the frequency, and the power output, but it is also sporting the TBS Smart Audio protocol, so you can go ahead and change the channels, the frequency, and the power output directly from your OSD menu using your transmitter, whichever transmitter you decide to use. And there's an MMCX connector to the dipole antenna. Now the camera here is the exclusive Caddx Turbo Micro S1 CCD camera for EMAX. So it does have Caddx brand on the bottom, and it has EMAX branded logo right on the top as well. It is a 130-degree 600 TV line FPV camera, and the tilt angle is from 20 degrees up to 70 degrees. Yeah, and we are given the FrSky D8 receiver. This is a little different than what I'm used to. I'm used to the D8 receiver of the past with that little black bind button right on the top. Well, this one must be an exclusive one for EMAX as well, because the bind button is off to the side here, and their single antenna wire is sticking out right here. It was together with the dipole antenna, but I put it through another ventilation hole, so it kind of separates the 2 antennas. The battery recommended for this quadcopter is a 3S battery, 450 to 650 milliamp battery. I'll be flying it initially with a 550 right in between those 2 recommended milliamp size battery, with a minimum of a C rating of 50. So that is that. And we do also have the capacitor. The capacitor of the past used to be sticking out on the side of the EMAX Babyhawk R. Well, now they have positioned it right on top of the XT30 battery connector, so that's kind of out of the way, but it does kind of get in the way when you plug in the battery and remove the battery. Now there's a couple of LED lights right up in the back next to the antenna hole over here, and those are programmable LED lights. So let's take a look at the box and see how it came. This is the box that this was shipped in, same size as the previous ones, but this one is in black. So once you open it up, there's the foam cutouts to hold everything. The quadcopter was nestled right inside of here without the props, of course. And here are the props that they give you. They give you 4 clockwise props and 4 counterclockwise props, which I have used 2 of each to mount it on the quadcopter. And they do give you some associated screws to mount the props onto the motors, and they also give you some extra screws and nuts, and that is the controller for the Caddx FPV camera here. The little joystick controller for the FPV camera was in there. And on the bottom of the box, let me put this back in here real quick. There you go. And on the bottom of the box, when you remove the foam, we are given some documentations, one of which is the one that comes with the Caddx S1 series, and here is the instructional manual for the Babyhawk Pro, Babyhawk R Pro, both in English and in Chinese. It goes on to show you some of the product specs, how to go about changing the channels and the frequency and stuff like that, and some beta flight pictures of settings, so, and the receiver instructions as well. So pretty decent instruction booklet. All right, so let's go for a little demonstration flight with the EMAX Babyhawk R Pro. All right, we are just about ready to go with the demo flight. I have my T8SG jumper remote bound to the quadcopter, and the reason why is because this jumper remote, the original one, has a power output capability of 150 milliwatts, which is just awesome, especially with receivers like the D8 receiver. So we are good to go there. I'm using the GNB 550 milliamp battery. It is a 80 to 160C battery, so we are good to go with the C ratings there. So let's go and check this out. Turning on the remote control here and powering up the quadcopter. There we go. All right, we are good to go. Let's check it out. Feels very nice, very good controls, and I am running the PIDs that the manufacturer suggests. Mine did not come with preset PIDs, but on EMAX's website they do have a link where they have a CLI dump for this quadcopter, and it has the suggested tested PIDs on there. So I just copied those into my CLI and running the suggested PIDs for this quadcopter. So that is nice, and it looks like it's a very nice tune here. All right, let's do a little punch out with the 3S battery here. Yes, this thing has tons of power. I think you can even run this on 4S, but I'm sure you're gonna have to readjust the PIDs to run it on 4S, especially on these micros. All right, another punch out. Yeah, more than enough power. Yeah, more than capable of doing everything you want with a 3S, I think. I did, however, test the original Babyhawk R with a 2S, 3S, and a 4S, and it was able to handle the 4S. But I'm just going to do this demo flight with the 3S battery today. Alright, let me go ahead and do a couple of flips in acro here. So check it out. Feels pretty good, nice and smooth. Especially with this jumper remote, everything is smoother. Alright. Alright, not bad. Oh, very, very nimble in acro. Oh yeah, this thing's going to be a very nice FPV flyer. One more little flip. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and bring it in for a landing and put on some FPV goggles and check it out with some FPV. There we go. Alright, here we go with our first FPV flight with the EMAX Babyhawk R Pro. Let me go and take a look at the profile and show you the PIDs that it came with. Those are the PIDs that it came with. I'm still running Betaflight 3.3.2, and let's go back to the features here where you can change the channels, the frequency, and the power output utilizing the smart audio. So you want to go in here. I got it set to Fat Shark 1, and let's see the power here. I got it set to 500. This is a 25 or 200 milliwatt VTX, so I'm gonna hit that 200. I don't know if that matters, so I'm gonna set it, and there we go. We are set and good to go. So let's go and check it out. Save and exit. All right, let's go and arm the motors here. All right, our very first FPV flight. Okay, so far it is looking pretty decent, man, but the RSSI value is skimming right around the 50s. And I'm using the jumper remote too. So this thing will not have that much distance, guys. There's that 100-meter bush. Let me go to that 100-meter bush. There's a little bit of snow. And wow, RSSI went all the way down to 30 something. So I'm going to keep this thing close. Maybe I should put my 2-watt booster on here. So it is not made for distance. But check out how smooth this thing flies. So far, so good. Do a little punch out there. Oh, this thing is so smooth. Wow, they did an excellent job of the upgrade here. Oh, and the tune is just on point here. Very nice. Yeah, very, very nice. Let's do a little flip. There's slightly a bounce back, however. But that is just okay with me. Yeah, there's a little bounce back, but then again, I'm utilizing the jumper remote. So I gotta let go of the throttle stick. There is, however, slightly, and a little bit of prop wash there. When I turned around, let's induce some. There's a little bit of a shake, but good enough. Looks like it is a performer as well. The original Babyhawk R 2-inch was a decent flyer. And 3-inch, yeah, I'm in love with that 3-inch model. It is just a smooth flyer. It's got so much lift. And I guess the void was the 2.5-inch. This one has very good lift, very good power all around. And very good controls. So they are just filling in that void. You can either go with the Babyhawk R 2-inch and do it yourself and make it into a 2.5-inch, or you can just get this one here. Now you don't have to do that mod. Very nice. Let's go ahead and bring it in. I think I'm running low on battery. Been flying for about 3 minutes. So with the 550 milliamp, we are getting right around. Whoa! Yeah. The kill switch on this jumper remote is in an awkward spot. All right, so there's our first FPV flight with the Babyhawk R Pro. All right, one flight wasn't good enough, especially with that terrible landing, so we're gonna go for another flight. This time what I do have is my 2-watt booster attached to my remote control, as well as a 850 milliamp 3S battery Infinity. I believe it's 80C as well. So let's go and check out the flight time with this 850 milliamp battery. All right. Let's see if we get any improvement on RSSI. Oh wow, it's still down to the 50s, even with the 2-watt booster. Wow. And the video does have a lot of snow. I think I got an incoming call here. Always, huh? While you're FPVing, things happen. Alright, so by putting the 2-watt booster, I'm not getting a very good result here. No improvement. But I have to say, this thing is one smooth flyer. Yeah, I wonder why the RSSI value is not very good with this quadcopter here. Okay, I'm still... Oh, okay, it's a lot better now. I'm able to go a lot further. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright, let's go back. The VTX, however, at 200 milliwatt setting, can go a pretty fair amount of distance, but there is a lot of snow. So this quadcopter is not made to go too far. Yeah, just stay close. I think there's a couple of people walking. Yeah, smart, they got umbrellas. The weather is turning very nice now. Very good sleeping weather here in the desert. Overnight lows are right around the 60. Yeah, still got that bounce back. I'm still running the same PIDs. I haven't touched it. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, you can tell there's some prop wash up around the turns. Very hard to tune these micro quadcopters perfectly because you want to increase the parameters, and when you do, it causes more oscillations and stuff like that. So very difficult to perfectly tune these things. And if you lower down the parameters to avoid the oscillations, you lose a lot of authority as well. So okay, 10.4. We're hovering right around there. So the 850 milliamp battery is not providing me with that much more flight time. .3. Let me go sideways away from me here. Yeah, but that's more than enough distance for micros. So 10.1, let's bring it in. The battery level is getting down. Ooh, 9 point low battery warning. All right, better landing this time. All right, so that's our second FPV flight with the Babyhawk R Pro. All right, just got done checking out the EMAX Babyhawk R Pro, the 120mm 2.5-inch FPV Racer, filling in that gap right in between the Babyhawk R 2-inch and the Babyhawk R 3-inch quite nicely, with upgraded components, new props, and a new location for the capacitor as well. The only thing I didn't like is the D8 receiver. It did not give me that much of a distance, even though I used the Jumper T8 SG remote control with the 150 milliwatt setting. And on our second FPV flight, I did place the 2-watt booster. It did give us a little bit more distance, but not that much. Flown it with the 550 milliamp 80C GNB battery, and it did just fantastic. I think this is the perfect size battery for this quadcopter in the 3S category. And I've flown it also with the Infinity 850 milliamp 3S 85C battery, but as I was flying with this size battery, I could feel that it was a little bit on the heavy side. So a perfect size battery, I believe, is right around here between 450 to 650 milliamp, just like how EMAX suggests. So just a fantastic of a flyer. So I'll leave links down below for this one, as well as the Babyhawk R 2-inch and the 3-inch, as well as the link for the CLI dump file for this quadcopter as well. So there you have it, guys, my review and test flight of the EMAX Babyhawk R Pro 2.5-inch model. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.
Bit by bit, creative imagination.